Good. Thank you.
Yours, gentlemen.
What happens now?
Stop laughing. You're killing me. Use this prop. Roleplay! Yes, it's actually surprisingly quite good, you know. All right, hurry up.
Oh, good to see you.
Cut.
I love all my cast. I think they're really cool. Jennifer's a sweetheart, Jane's incredible, and Michael's like a good guy. All right, this is good. They've made this much better. My writer Anya likes working around the clock.
Over the years, all my girlfriends have been talking and telling these really outrageous, crazy stories about their mother-in-laws. And, you know, after listening to all this stuff for a really long time, I realized there's a movie here.
So there was a flurry of phone calls, you know, in anticipation of the actual script arriving. So in that way, I remember it very vividly because I heard Jane Fonda and Jennifer Lopez in a movie together.
And when Robert came on, what was great, he's very trusting of the producers and of the writer. Yeah, he would give us notes and allow us to kind of take the script in a certain direction, and then he'd come comment. And when he met the actresses, he just, you know, he did what he had to do, and he really understood this movie, and he really knew what the characters should be, and he respected their notes, and that all got itself incorporated. And that's what I think is going to make this movie really special.
Okay, let's take a wager. What do you think your first question is going to be?
How do you see them walking in? Where will they walk in from? Up to what point will they say this line? How much color? No, I made that last one up.
And then lastly,
Yeah.
we're bringing Jen in that day.
Emily? Okay, I can undo the questions now.
Crack me up. Can I ask you a question unrelated to this scene?
What do you want next?
Question 2,352. I want to do another passing here. Just give me another, and just this time, just make some of those findings again. Just do a variation on that.
Anything else?
No, just trying to make your vision come to life as easy as I can.
That shoots here, yes.
Okay.
We film her just running out here. Everybody works.
Ready, and action!
He just loves movie making, you know. A certain kind of movie is his kind of movie, and this was his kind of movie.
Kevin's got, we're about to do what we call in the business, well, it's one of the names for it, what we do in the business, called a Texas switch. It's where we have two identical cars. As one leaves frame, another one enters frame with the real actors. So we'll show you, we're just about to set that up, and I'll show you how that unfolds. So we have a car that will drive by us that will have standees or people dressed to look like our actors. So because that's quite a wide shot, that car will just drive by, and the actual car with the actors in it was already positioned up there, ready to go. So one car will leave frame, another one will enter frame with the actual actors in it. And that's how we sort of compress the time that it would normally take for the car to get all the way up the driveway. So it all happens seamlessly and in a sort of compressed time frame. And here's the camera up there. It's all the way up there. It's a long way up. It's very dangerous work.
I like to be directed, and he's very open to me or Jennifer bringing him things that aren't in the script or that he didn't expect. You know, I don't like the fact that she sits on his lap sometimes in between takes. I'm just kidding. See, Katharine Hepburn would have pitched a hissy fit. But I'm sort of saint-like, and it doesn't bother me at all.
When I first met Robert, I was like, God, you're young. He's young and full of life, and he had really good ideas.
Cut it! Excellent, let's go one more time. I want you to delay the start of the crane until they're closer to their mark.
When I met Robert, I thought, here's somebody who's taking great delight in the fun of this movie. He has a definite vision of the film, and because he has a definite vision, he doesn't shoot a lot of takes, and he knows what he wants. He knows the coverage, and when he gets it, he moves on.
Cut! We have a winner! Check the game!
It's gonna be a good day!
It turned out to be one of the most pleasant experiences I've ever had.
Last week was really hard. We had a lot of actual physical pages to shoot, so and some pretty complicated coverage, because there's one scene where they're sitting down to have afternoon tea that has a lot of people's different perspectives and point of views. Even though it's just 3 people sitting around having afternoon tea, there's what Viola's seeing, what Charlie's seeing, what Kevin's seeing, and then what we, the audience, sort of see. So there was all these things. So the coverage is a little bit complicated, and we had kind of stunt people involved, slow motion, all these different sort of styles and camera techniques and things that we used to put the sequence together. So I think we're recovered and we're ready to go back to some regular freestyle shooting today.
Someone left the cake out in the rain. But are we going to wait how long?
It might break earlier, but it looks like 10 minutes.
Okay, so it's going to take 10 minutes for sunlight, whatever. Do I hate lawnmowers, leaf blowers, clouds, helicopters, or airplanes more? Okay, and cue airplanes and cue lawnmower. Can you hear that? I hate the clouds. And cue leaf blower, too, while we're at it. I haven't even had my second cup of coffee and the helicopters are starting. If we were making a heroin biopic or something, I'd say, yeah, man, bring on the clouds, but not for a romantic comedy, dude. You want it bright and sunny. And now we got clouds, y'all. I hate the clouds. I hate them. See, they're f***ing clouds again. I can always usually replace sound, but clouds just make things look so shitty. I hate clouds.
Robert's a funny dude. He's got he has a few things that he kind of does, just watching the monitor, and then he go, okay, go.
All right, hurry up.
And then he's watching, and he always looks kind of pained sometimes when he's watching, and they go, just go again.
He'll do a take and he'll go, okay, Wanda, do whatever you want, do whatever you want. And it's fun to have that type of freedom. But then after I do it, he'll go, no, baby, that sucks. Go back to the script.
One more and we'll have it.
And then he's back to the thing.
It's true.
He's kind of mad at you, and you don't know, and you're like, what did okay. Yeah. And you go again, and I think he gets that out of you. He knows to make you feel like a kid who's just done something wrong.
Yeah, wake up.
And then you get it, and then he's like, okay, you're cool.
He giggles a lot at the monitor, doesn't he?
That was awesome!
He giggles a lot, and then when you don't get that giggle, you feel like you're gay. I mean, you haven't done the take right. Sorry, did I just...
That's true, though. He does giggle a lot, and when he no longer giggles, you think, oh, I guess it's not funny.
Right.
The first few weeks with Robert, I think what was funny and what was exciting about watching him and what he really does bring to the set is an incredible enthusiasm. So when there's a great take, there's a couple things he does. He leaps up from his chair, he screeches like a girl, frankly. Screeches like a girl, and then skips to set. Skips and weaves around everyone to tell everyone what a great job they did, and then he'll shoot off on his scooter back to his trailer in between takes. But that energy is great because the actors feel it. As the producers, we feel it. When you've gotten a really good take, and you can't fake that. So he's only doing that when he feels really good about it. And so if he's feeling good about something, it inspires a lot of confidence.
My first impression was he could be my son. I've never worked with a director who could be my son. And he wears braces and he rides around on a scooter. How cool is that?
I don't walk anymore since I got this baby.
Showtime.
When Ruby opens the door, I want to see something flying above her head and hitting that wall. This is actually the first shot that Jane Fonda appears in the movie. We find her coming out of her makeup room at the network, and she's just found out her show's been cancelled, so she's kind of irate.
Damn, get my manager on the phone, and then I'm gonna call her.
We're on in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Robert's so collaborative in such an easygoing way. You can tell where his enthusiasm is, and he brings the vision, so then you can come back and say, this would be a great idea to help make this vision come alive.
We're in there throwing stuff around and screaming. I think the best way would be to do it separately, because we don't see her. Do it wild.
Yeah.
And we can.
Okay.
It's not we're married to all the dialogue out here.
Got it. That's a great idea.
That's a good idea.
If you want to do that, I think we'll just do one track wild and then it's done.
Okay.
And action.
Cut! All right! Woo! I'm ready.
That's good. It gave me a sense of what.
Rob has a gift for us putting together an amazing group of collaborators, and I think he has a very fresh approach, and I think that's why his comedies feel new.
It very much is a team effort, and I do myself a disservice if I don't utilize the skills of this team that I put together. I set up from the very get-go, it's important that cast and crew realize that we are all working towards one thing, and I very much sort of, empower people and make people feel part of the team, and I think that's, why my sets are fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, here, hold on. That's a wrap on Monster-in-Law. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. I would take you anywhere in the world that I travel. You are amazing. Thank you.
I go away after production's finished, and my editors present me with what we call an editor's assemble, which is pretty much everything we've shot in the movie, sort of every scene. There hasn't been any judicious removing of unnecessary scenes. In the editing room, it becomes this delicate process of looking at alternatives, looking at refining things so that they're more specific, really getting down to the very most specific section of the movie where we give the information to the audience. This is constant refining.
A lot of nice people in the industry, but Robert is especially terrific to work for. Very easygoing, very open to ideas, and we just try stuff all the time, which makes it exciting. That's why he's so fun to work with.
Well, let's start cutting the movie then. All right, that looks about good there. Let's put some of this pretty yellow stuff on.
I made this for you. It's your wedding planner book, Peach.
Oh.
Of course, you're in charge. I'll just deal with the tiny details. But the minutest, the most minor of things that a bride wouldn't even think.
That's great. I love that. Hook 'em down.
I have 10 or 11 weeks to do my director's cut in. At that point, no one's seen the movie.
We'll get the dogs ramping up a little.
When we go back and shoot this anyway, I like that idea that they just, while she's standing there,
they pull her away.
They just run forward and she just goes on the ground.
Yeah.
Then all he has to do is pick her up. Reshoots, I love them. Well, how does this Coming back to do additional photography and having sort of edited the movie, second time round you come back really knowing the characters, I think, and you know them better than you ever did.
A couple of dirty cops. Check this out. Oh, God.
You're like a giant peach cobbler.
Stop staring!
Elaine Street. Yeah. Boy, look out for her.
Horizontal stripes. Bad call.
Don't poke me! Don't touch me, you slut! Oh, look at you.
Rehearsal and action!
Take off that white dress right now, or I'll take it off for you.
Don't you tell me what to do!
So here we are on the scoring stage, and this has to be like the favorite part of the whole process for me. This is when you really see the movie. I mean, especially, we tend to use temporary music all through the editing process, and to actually have
music that's tailor-made for a scene just brings all the details, all the nuance, or just brings it to life.
Come on, weather girl. I'll buy you a box of wine.
Made the hairs stand up on my arm, that last piece of score. It's good when it does it because that's what we're paying for. We want the hairs to stand up.
Each and every one of you played beautifully, and much appreciated. Thank you so much. I can't believe it's been a year since we started this project, and now, you know, I'm on my way to the premiere, and you know, I learned so much on this, and I think with each film, a director makes you feel more confident. You feel you're becoming a better director. I will learn to trust my instincts a lot more than I have, and I know, like, to anyone watching this, I apologize for all the different hairstyles I've had in this video, but it has been a year, and I like to mix it up. My favorite memory. I looked around and I saw Jennifer Lopez to my left, I saw Jane Fonda to my right, and I just kind of looked around the room and went, wow, I got a really cool job. We're actually going to the same theater that my first film, Legally Blonde, premiered in, so that's kind of cool. Maybe that's a good luck sign, who knows. There's press from all over the world. There's like people, and I'm just nervous because like it's like a screening. I'm showing it to the town tonight. I'm showing it to Hollywood. Help me. All right, bye. This is it, dude. This is like freaky shit. It's crazy out here. Bye.